Hello grade 9 students, this is part 5 of our lesson on radical equations. So let us solve more examples on how to solve radical equations. So how do we solve radical equations? Okay, first let us simplify the given expression. Okay, this is a review part. Y raised to 8 over 11 times y raised to 16 over 11. Okay, that is applying the laws of exponents. For number 1, what's your answer? Y raised to 24 over 11. How about number 2? Y raised to negative 6 over 11 raised to negative 12 over 11. So if we raise a power to another power, just multiply their exponents. So 6 times 12 is 72 over 121. So the answer is y raised to 72 over 121. Positive yung exponents because negative times negative is positive. So radical equation, an equation in which a variable occurs in the radicand is called a radical equation. It should be noted that when solving a radical equation algebraically, extraneous roots may be introduced when both sides of an equation are squared. Therefore, you must check your solutions for a radical equation. Okay, let's have here an example. Square root of x minus 3 minus 3 equals 0. So this is an example of a radical equation. So x is greater than or equal to 3. So first step, we're going to transpose negative 3 to the right side of the equation. So it becomes square root of x minus 3 equals 3. Then from this equation, we're going to square both sides of the equation. So that square root of x minus 3 is x minus 3. Square root of 3 is 9. Square root of 3 is 9. So we have x minus 3 equals 9. Then you transpose negative 3 to the right side. 9 plus 3 is 12. So this is now the solution for the given radical equation. Okay, let's check. Substitute the value of x by 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 minus 3 equals 0. 0 is equal to 0. Therefore, the solution is x equals 12. Now, if square root of 2x minus 1 plus 2 equals 5, then what is x equal to? Okay, what's your answer? Of course, we first transpose 2 to the right side. 5 minus 2 is 3, right? So square root of 2x minus 1 equals 3. Square both sides of the equation. 2x minus 1 equals 9. 9 minus 1 or 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the answer is 5. Yes, so diba 5. So you can check. Let's check. 2 times 5 is 10 minus 1 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Yes. So always check your answer. Next, what is the solution of the equation? Square root of 2x minus 3 minus 3 equals 6. So first transpose negative 3 to the right side. So 6 plus 3 is 9. Square both sides. So 81 plus 3. 84 divided by 2. The answer is 42. O, diba? Transpose muna yung 9. Square both sides. 2x minus 3 equals 81. 81 plus 3, 84. Divide both sides by 2, 42. Solving radical equations. We have here 4 plus square root of 4 plus x squared equals x. First, you transpose yung 4. So it becomes square root of 4 plus x squared equals x minus 4. Then from here, let us square both sides of the equation. Square of this is 4 plus x squared, while the square of x minus 4 is x squared minus 8x plus 16. Then x squared minus x squared is 0. Cancel na yung x squared. We transpose negative 8x to the left side. 8x. 16 minus 4 is 12. Then divide both sides by 8. 12 over 8 or 3 halves. Okay, for checking, let us substitute the value of x, which is 3 halves, to the original equation. Yan, 4 plus square root of 4 plus 3 halves squared. Is it equal to 3 halves? We have 4 plus square root of 4 plus 9 over 4. That's equal to 4 plus, or this 4. Okay, let us add inside the radicand. 4 plus 9 over 4 is 16 plus 9, 25 over 4. And what is the square root of 25 over 4? That's 5 halves, diba? So we're going to add 4 plus 5 halves, 8 plus 5, 13 halves. 13 halves. Is 13 halves equal to 3 halves? Plus? No, they are not equal. So since 3 halves is not equal to 13 halves, 3 halves is extraneous. Therefore, there are no real roots for the given radical equation. Walang solution. So it is advisable to always check your answer. What is the solution set of the equation square root of x plus 6 equals x? So if we're going to square both sides of the equation, x squared is equal to x plus 6, magiging quadratic, x squared minus x minus 6. By factoring, what are the factors of negative 6? Negative 3 and 2. So x minus 3, x plus 2, so 3 negative 2. So is it 1? Is it negative 2? Is it 3? Or no solution? So try natin yung negative 2. Negative 2 plus 6, 4. It's not equal to negative 2. Hindi pwede yung negative 2. About yung 3. 3 plus 6, 9. Square root of 9. O, pwede yung 3. So I think yung 3 is the answer. So yun, solving for x, it becomes a quadratic. Solve the quadratic by factoring. Solving for x, 3 and negative 2. So only 3. Pero pag chinek natin yan, only 3 fits the equation. Next, what is the solution set of the equation square root of 9x plus 10 equals x? So if we square both sides, it becomes x squared minus 9x minus 10. Factors x minus 10, x plus 1, so 10 negative 1. So 10, when the solution, okay, let's check, let's do the checking. There are extraneous solution. Okay, pag 10 pwede, pero pag negative 1, hindi pwede negative 1. 10 is the only solution. Negative 1 is an extraneous solution. So only 10 is the solution to the given radical equations. Okay, let us solve. Square root of 2x plus 4 minus square root of x plus 7 equals 0. So set up the equation so that there will be one radical on each side of the equal sign. So transpose natin to. Negative square root of x plus 7. So it becomes square root of 2x plus 4 equals square root of x plus 7. Then from here, you can now square both sides of the equation. 2x plus 4 equals x plus 7. Then from this equation, we can now solve for x. 2x minus x, x. 7 minus 4, 3. The answer is 3. Then let's do the checking. Verify your solution. Substitute the value of x to the original radical equation. Yun, 2 times 3, square root of 10 minus 3 plus 7, 0 equals 0, correct. Therefore, the solution is x equals 3. Okay, squaring a binomial. How do we square a binomial? A plus 2. So we just, the rule is you first square the first term, a squared. Then you multiply 2 by the product of a and 2. So 4a. Then you square 2, which is 4. So the answer is a squared plus 4a plus 4. So note that the middle term is twice the product of the two terms of the binomial. Okay, let us answer this. 5 plus square root of x minus 2 squared. Okay, how do you square this? How do you square this binomial? So, okay, first we square 5, which is 25. Then plus twice the product of 5 and square root of x minus 2. So 5 times 2, 10, square root of x minus 2. Plus the square of the last term, which is x minus 2. Then let's simplify. Yun. The answer is x plus 23 plus 10 square root of x minus 2. 25 minus 2 is 23 plus x plus, yes. So a final concept that you should know, as a times square root of x plus b quantity squared is equal to a squared times x plus b. So you first square a squared times the square of x squared of x plus b, which is x plus b. Then distributive property of multiplication, a squared x plus ab. Okay, let's solve this. Square root of 5x plus 1 minus square root of 3x minus 5 equals 2. So set up the equation so that there will be only one radical on each side of the equal sign. Square root of 5x plus 1 equals 2 plus square root of 3x minus 5. So first we square both sides of the equation. Square root of 5x plus 1 squared equals 2 plus square root of 3x minus 5 squared. So use FOIL for the for the left side of the equation. This is 5x plus 1, then 4 plus 4 square root of 3x minus 5 plus the square of this 3x minus 5. Simplify the left side of the equation. 3x, okay, 4 minus 5 is negative 1, so 3x minus 1 plus 4 square root of 3x minus 5. Then 5x minus 3x, 2x, 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2x plus 2 equals 4 square root of 3x minus 5. So since there's still a radical symbol here, or there are radical still in the equation, we're going to square it again. But first, there's a common factor which is 2, so we can simplify this as x plus 1 equals 2 square root of 3x plus 1 minus 5. Then square both sides of the equation. Use FOIL for x plus 1. X squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 4 times quantity 3x minus 5. Yun. So from here, let us now distribute 4 to 3x minus 5. 12x minus 20. Then simplify again. X squared, 2x minus 12x, negative 10x. 1 plus 20, 21. Now, becomes a quadratic equation. Let us factor this. Factors of 21 sums negative 10, negative 3, negative 7. Zero product property. X minus 3 equals 0, x minus 7 equals 0. Therefore, x equals 3, x equals 7. Okay, let's verify both solutions by checking left side and right side. So both x and 3, both 3 and 7 are the solution for the given radical equations. We have, this is 16, so 4. 9 minus 5, 4, so 2. 35 plus 1, 6. 36, so 6. 21 minus 5, 16, so 4. Square root of 16 is 4. 4 minus 2, 2 equals 2. 6 minus 4, 2 equals 2. Yes. One more to see another extraneous solution. A solution that you find algebraically but does not make a true statement when you substitute it back into the equation. So in here, the radical is already isolated. Okay, square both sides. You must square the whole side, not each term. So the right side of the equation must be FOILed. FOIL method. So square root of 3x plus 1 is 3x plus 1 plus x squared minus 6x plus 9. So since you have a quadratic equation that has an x squared term, get everything on one side equals 0. And see if you can factor this. Yun. X squared minus 6x minus 3x, so negative 9x. 9 minus 1 is 8 equals 0. Then you factor negative 8, negative 1. So there are two answers for x, 8 and 1. So let us check these answers. For 8, we have, okay, substitute 8 here. 3 times 8, 24 plus 1, 25. Square root of 25 is 5. Is it equal to 8 minus 3? Yes, correct. So 8 is the solution. How about 1? It checks. How about yung 1? 3 times 1 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Is 2 equal to negative 2? Doesn't work. So, 1 is extraneous. Extraneous solution. Only 8 is the correct answer. Yan. Ganyan. So, let's try another one. How about this? 2x plus 1 raised to 1/3 plus 1 equals 0. First, isolate the radical. Remember that the 1/3 power means the same thing as a cube root. So, just transpose 1 here. So, 2x plus 1 raised to 1/3 equals negative 1. Then, get the cube root of both. Get the cube of both sides. If you multiply 1/3 by 3, it becomes 1. So, this is 2x plus 1. But if we cube negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. Positive 1 times negative 1, negative 1. So, kaya negative 1 yan. Now, let's solve for x. Negative 1 minus 1 is 2x equals negative 2. Divide both sides by 2, negative 1 yung x. Okay, let's check this answer. Okay, cube root is the same as cube root of 2x plus 1. So, 2 times negative 1 plus 1. Negative 2 plus 1. Okay, 0 equals 0. Negative, yes, wait. Negative 2 plus 1, negative 1. Cube root of 1. Cube root of negative 1 is negative 1. Plus 1, 0 equals 0. Correct. So, negative 1 is the solution for the equation. It checks. Okay, how do we graph radical function? Y equals square root of x plus 2. So, the domain is x equals, x is positive, the domain is x is greater than or equal to negative 2, while the range is y is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, how do we solve a radical equation graphically? Square root of x minus 3 equals 0. So the solution will be the intersection of the graph y equals square root of x minus 3 and the graph of y equals 0. So the solution is x equals 12. Yun. Let's check. Substitute 12 to the original equation. Correct. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Yes. 12 minus 3 is square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Okay, solve this graphically. So the solution is 3 and 7. Okay, we also have radical inequalities. Square root of 7x minus 3 minus 2 greater than 3. Note that the radical 7x minus 3 is defined only when x is greater than or equal to 3 over 7. So we try to graph it. Find the values for which the graph of y equals square root of 7x minus 3 minus 2 is above the graph of y equals 3. So the graphs intersect at x equals 4. So the answer, the solution therefore is x is greater than 4. And another, square root of x plus 1 less than 3. Okay, this is the graph. The graphs intersect at the point where x is equal to 8. So the solution is x is greater than or equal to 1 and x is less than 8. The solution is negative 1 less than or equal to x and x is less than 8. So thank you very much for listening. We will discuss further about the radical inequalities, and yes, this will be a separate lesson. Radical inequalities and how to graph radicals. This lesson is just focused on solving radical equations. Goodbye.